Across the country, about 47% of mothers breastfeed, but only 43% of Missouri moms do. And Missouri law states it must be done with, quote, as much discretion as possible. But that may change if some Missouri lawmakers have their way. New at 6, Lindsay Shively is tracking a bill.
When it comes to public breastfeeding, Dianna Ford has quite a perspective. There are few places more public than the pages of Time magazine. We met Ford last spring after this issue came out, and now a new issue has her attention. Current Missouri law requires mothers breastfeeding in public to use as much discretion as possible.
Who decides what's discreet when it comes to breastfeeding mothers, and why is it somebody else's definition?
A St. Joseph lawmaker suggested removing the discretion clause and claimed women were being harassed. Ford knows the feeling, remembering a time in public where she was asked to turn and face the wall to feed her child. After a thoughtful discussion,
I turned to my friend and I cried. So here was the seasoned breastfeeding mother, and I still cried.
Even though it says so in the law, I do try to use as much discretion.
Diane Law has been breastfeeding for 7 months and knows how hard discretion can be.
Sometimes if you are trying to use discretion, they get their arms out and are flailing and pulling things off. So it's not necessarily always under your control exactly what happens.
Ford hopes soon discretion will be up to the mothers, not the law.
Because a mother feeding her child is doing just that. It's not a sexual act. It doesn't need to be covered up. It just needs to be left alone for what it is.
And when we spoke to Ford today, she was actually in the process of writing a letter to her lawmakers. The law would also exempt breastfeeding mothers from jury duty. In the newsroom, Lindsay Shively, 41 Action News.